You are live. La da da dee, da da. Hey, somebody's out there creeping. How you doing? Welcome to the program. And welcome to the JGBK program. How y'all doing today? Happy whatever day it is. I think it's Saturday here. Yeah, Saturday. And that's that. Hey, tell me if you can hear this song. A yes or no will suffice. Is- Can someone say yes or no? Hear the song. Yes or no? Can you hear it? Hey, Bill. Bill, can you hear the song I'm playing? Or no? Bill, can you hear the song? Good. How you doing, man? Can you hear the song? Wow, I don't know why you can't hear the song. Yeah, I can understand, Bill. My voice is like cutting glass. I'm doing all right. Figured I'd do a live for a few minutes. See what's going on. Hold on, I'm just gonna audio switch mic. All right, here you go. All right, so I gather you can hear me. Unfortunately, my apologies and condolences for hearing my voice. Yeah, so I figured I'd pop on tonight and just do a few minutes, see if people come by, say hello. But yeah, I had an interesting week, Bill. Very interesting week. Muted myself. How you doing? So yeah, a crazy week trying to figure shit out, and YouTube's like free therapy, right? There you go. Can't figure out why that song doesn't play. Let me try one other thing. Take this out. All right. The mic is still working. I'm sorry, Bill. I'm putting a lot of pressure on you. I know. I don't need this right now. But all right. So tell me if you can hear this song now. It should be going through the mic, so I'll turn it this way. Well, now I don't hear the song. Can you hear the song? This is no good. I used to be able to just play an open tab from YouTube, and you guys could hear the music. Am I the only one watching? Interesting week for me, man. Hey, Viking. Thanks for coming, Christensen. Have no fear. The Viking is here. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. They must have changed StreamYard. Oh, wait. Now I hear it in my. Still can't hear it. And the thing is, Bill, is that it's playing in my headphones. I bet if I did this, you'd hear it. Right? You probably can hear it a little now. That's an easier way to do it. Well, now you can't. All right, I shut the goddamn music off since it doesn't want to, and still didn't hear it. Wow. All right, so I guess I'll just get on with it. So, um, I've been, I completely changed my lifestyle now. I'm exercising and eating healthy. I lost about over 60 pounds at this point. Let me tell you something. You know you're fat when you lose 60 pounds and you still got some to go. But you know, I'm I think like for the last month I'm over 10,000 steps a day. I wear my little Fitbit all the time. And I've been getting I had to work my way up. What had happened was is that back in November, I went to the doctors, I did a checkup, and basically the guy told me that he's like, "John, what do you want? You want a stroke first or a heart attack first? Maybe in combination. What are you looking for?" Uh, because I was going right down that road. It was very very sedentary. Nah, never happened, Viking. That'll never happen. So basically, I'm diabetic. I had like a 12.9 A1C, which is like through the roof. All my numbers were elevated. So, basically, do I want to have a heart attack or do I want to have a stroke or both? So that was enough to scare me into snapping into reality a little bit. So I started, slowly, because like the first, like I started like right before Thanksgiving in the U.S. and I've been increasing, my walking, my exercise. I started working out with weights, and this is what I decided I want to do. Just want to do that. I want to get my steps in, exercise every single day, and eat healthy. And it's going well. Like I said, I'm down over 60 pounds. I feel great. My next thing though that I have to to stop is smoking. I'm still smoking cigarettes. I mean, I smoke less, but I gotta stop. It's the one friggin' thing from holding me back to where I want to get to. You know, so basically what I did was is I'm on a low carb Christensen. Um, so I haven't completely eliminated carbs, but meat, no way. I'll eat chicken, I'll eat my beef and my pork and all that good stuff. I don't eat seafood, but the meats are safe with me. Just have to eat them in moderation and stay away from the carbs. Friggin' carbs are what kill you. You know, being a diabetic and at the time I was on diabetic medication. It wasn't like I wasn't, but then when the numbers came back, and he told me about either the heart attack or the stroke, and and he also I had never used insulin before. I was a diabetic that was just controlling it with the medication, but he gave me one of the sample ones that the doctor's offices get from the drug companies. And he said, and the other thing that helped save my life was a glucose monitor. It's continuous. I have it on my arm, and basically what that let me do was it let whatever I eat, that's when the monitor really works. So I learned what things set it off and what things are good for it. If I just, grill up a piece of chicken breast or something, that's fine. Steak, can eat steak. I put one of my favorite seasons now is cayenne pepper, and it's actually like good for the body, helps the metabolism and all of that. But I stay away from bread, French fries. Oh, I pretty much eliminated all fast food. I didn't realize because of my job, driving around a lot, that, it'd be like, 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night, just finished work. I'm in the car heading home. There's the Golden Arches. I got the McDonald's app. Buy one, get one free Big Mac. Shit like that. I was doing that all the time. I didn't even realize how often I did it, but I did it a lot. Fried foods. I still eat a little bit of fried food, but I try to stay away from that too. The big thing though was carbs, bread, potatoes, French fries, sandwiches. All shit I really love, and I just walked away from it all. It's good to live healthy, although I drink a can of beer a day, but it's me. I'm happy for you. What works for me is to get so drunk you forget you're a smoker. That's funny, Bill. That's funny. Yeah, well, that was another thing I was doing too much of also is drinking. You know, so I cut like almost to nothing right now. I hardly drink. If I was going to drink, I would drink on a night like this, like a Saturday night or something. And then really at the point I'm at, I don't think I could drink more than 3 beers if I put my mind to it. I don't think I could do more than that. So bread and pizza. Oh God, Christensen, the freaking pizza is my biggest thing. I walked away from bread and sandwiches like it was nothing. And like if I eat, let's say if I have a hot dog or even a hamburger, I just don't put it on bread. I'm there slicing a hot dog with a knife and fork. I slice a cheeseburger because I can have cheese. But as terms of the diabetes, the freaking bread, that's what gets you. And for all the way up until last month, I was still like having Chinese food like 2 or 3 times a month, and I would eat the rice in there, and then I would watch my glucose just go into orbit. So now I had to eliminate that, and I love fucking Chinese food, man. I really love it. I'm unique. May not work for everyone. No, it'll work for everyone. Get you in an early grave is what it's gonna do. That's why, man. I was, that was part of my carb intake was freaking beer. So now that I can't really have that much, and I really don't need or want it that much. The good thing about New York is that let's just say marijuana is legal. you know, but yeah, so it's an ongoing process. So I don't know where it's gonna go. Hey, if you guys can share out the stream, maybe some friends might see it. I don't know if anybody got notifications, and I don't send it individually to people. I don't want to bug them. You had pizza tonight? That's good. You see, I listen. This is a lifestyle change. It's not a diet I'm on. So I do eat pizza. I probably eat pizza like 2 times a week. But the difference is, for me, was that either I would order a pie at home, big New York 18-inch pie. So what would happen? I would eat 2 or 3 slices, then put it away. I order it for dinner, eat 2 or 3 slices, put it away. Next morning, wake up. What's my breakfast? Pizza. Another 1 or 2 slices. Then the next day in the afternoon or dinner time, have another couple of slices. I can't do that. I don't order pizza at all. If I'm gonna, what I call a cheat day, have some carbs, I'm gonna. I go into the place. I buy 1 slice. I eat it, and then I leave. And that's been working for me because it's a lifestyle change, not a diet. Diets work short term; they don't work long term. Because you go on a diet, eating specific things and all of that kind of stuff. That's fine; it works. You will lose weight, but then once you go back to normal, normal eating, then the weight just comes back on, and usually people gain more than they had originally lost. It's just the way it works. Sweet strawberry. Welcome to the program. Sweet strawberry. I love strawberries. I bet you're sweet strawberry. I have a freaking strawberry plants in the yard for the last, I think, over 2 years now, and they give me these tiny, tiny freaking strawberries. I don't know what's wrong with the plants. I got like 6 of them. Pizza make your heart go bananas. It really does, man. God, and I was thinking of, before I got into all of this, I wanted to do a series of videos on like pizza reviews. Go to like different places in Brooklyn and New York City, pizza, because we have the best pizza on planet Earth. Do I not know who it is? Sweet strawberry. It's me. Should I've never ran into a sweet strawberry on YouTube before. Unless you're one of my friends using a goofy name right now. I don't know. Where you from, sweet? So, that's been, that pretty much took over my life, and I was thinking about, retiring at the end of this year, do like slow traveling, go to different countries, live in the cities, for a month or two. And still want to do that. So, my thought in my head was, whenever I get to wherever I'm going, I'll get in shape there. And then, I was watching and listening to different things. Then the stuff with my health and my results, and it just had dawned on me, like, what the fuck am I waiting for? I'm here, I'm alive, I'm kicking. Why should I wait until I get somewhere that I'm going to check out? Right? Why do that? It's stupid. So I started it here, and combined with the health scare, that worked out well for me. Who are you, sweet strawberry? Tell us your real name. But yeah, so I mean, that's what happens. And and I watched a lot of shit about retirement and all of that kind of stuff. And I think the smartest advice I got was don't retire away from something, retire to something. So I decided I want that something to be health. I think that's a good thing as I start to get up there. So that's what my focus has been. Uh, I dropped the link in case anyone wanted to join this conversation. So that's really what I'm focusing on. Just getting and staying healthy. I'm up to now. I think it was in May or June. I averaged for the month over 10,000 steps. And then July last month I averaged over 12,000 steps for the month daily. And this month I'm planning to get to 14 or 15,000 steps a day. And and I, a few months ago I had started working out with dumbbells. And I was thinking about it at the time to get a bench, but then I was like, well, let's see if you keep up with it, because I haven't been good over the years. So what I did was, after I had done using the dumbbells for a couple months, I said, all right, I think I'm into it. So let's get a bench. So I bought a bench. I have a freaking weight bench in my living room. So I alternate days. Some days I use the bench, and the other days I use just the dumbbells. Dumbbell. And it's going well. It's going well. I like what's going on with it. I'm an Okie, and I can make the best pizza ever. But my favorite meal is grilled ribeye steak with mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, and with corn. It sounds freaking delicious. And I love ribeye. That's actually I have a frozen ribeye. I should take it out and make it tomorrow. I put cayenne pepper on it, but I just don't do the mashed potatoes, which I love. The gravy I love. The corn I stay away from because that actually has a lot of carbs. The green beans I could eat. Yeah, I know it's delicious stuff right there, Bill. Delicious stuff. Bill, put a heart monitor on before you eat pizza. Let it stay on when you eat pizza. I do, Christian. I do. See, my monitor. I know what it goes up to when I have a slice of pizza. It goes up to like I'll be at 100 or 90, all day level steady. If I have a one slice of pizza, mind you, it goes up to about 150. That's it. Just having the one slice. I haven't had more than one slice on it, but I'm sure it would go up more if I had a second or even a third slice. Well, it's not a heart monitor; it's a glucose monitor. But yeah, so that's and that's been it. That monitor has really helped me because I know the type of foods that I eat, where it's gonna go. And I think like the real bad numbers, like if it goes to 250 or something like that. I haven't gone. One day I went to 250, and it was my very, very first day of the monitor, and I was just all new to starting to lose weight. I remember it exactly. I was again coming home from work, stopped at the Golden Arches, and use their app because the app has really good deals. In fact, I have to delete the fucking McDonald's app from my phone because all they do is send me, 20-piece Big Mac, $5, buy one, get one free, and all this kind of nonsense. Hey, BT, welcome to the program. I was talking about my little lifestyle transition. I'm not calling it a weight loss journey. I'm calling it a lifestyle transition. So yeah, that very first day I put my glucose monitor on for the first time. I had just come from McDonald's buying, I think it was 2 Big Macs, buy one get one, And that shit sent me up to like 253, 255 on the glucose monitor. But that was the last time I had McDonald's because I just said I'm not doing that shit anymore. I'm done. So cut all fast food out of my life. And I never been that high. Although the last time I had the Chinese food, which was I don't know 3 or 4 weeks ago now, that sent me over 200. That sent me to like 210. So eliminated, gone. No more Chinese food, and I love Chinese food, but I'm done with it. No more. BT, welcome to the program. How you doing, BT? Feeling good, man? How about you, Bill? You feeling good? I know you're talking about drinking beer and smoking cigarettes, but honestly, how do you feel? You feel all right? Yeah, that's a pretty safe statement there, BT. McDonald's is not good for you. No, nothing on them. It was good for you. And I'm staying away from carbs anyway, so I buy French fries. Oh, how I love thee. That relationship is over. No more freaking French fries. I am blind in my left eye. Oh shit, really, BT? Wow, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. What the hell caused that? Yeah, BT. Back in November, you came in a few minutes late, but back in November, that's where I was. I was really bad. You know, that's why I just said, we get one shot at this life, guys. And that's it. There's no restarts. You can't. There's no do overs. When I was a kid, when we played sports, if something happened, nobody knew what happened. It was a do over. In football, I think they call that they'll replay the down, right? So we don't get that in life. I said, screw it, man. If I'm talking about I want to retire and I want to travel and I want to see different places and check out potential places I might like to live, couldn't be that heavy and that out of shape. And I had just taken a trip to Colombia in March, and since March, uh, lost almost like 40 pounds since March alone. So Doc says my brain looks better. Good, man. You got to take care of yourself. Yeah. No, and take advantage of the fact that you're not, and get healthy, man. I said before, my big thing is I'm staying away from the carbs because I'm diabetic. So I pretty much low carb. Can't say no carb, low carb. I think I did have bread. I did have an actual sandwich like last month. I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks ago. I had a sandwich, and actually, the sandwich isn't as bad as like a Big Mac or anything like that. But I have to be realistic with it. It's not like I'm ever going to eat the foods I love. I am, but I'm just going to do it a hell of a lot less. Broke. Yeah. Yeah, I had said earlier, BT, when I went when I went to the doctor, had all my blood work and everything done, the doctor, I had to go back in for the consultation, and he pretty much told me I'm either going to have a heart attack or a stroke or maybe both. That's what he told me back in November. So that's where, the light bulb finally went off in my head. Because like I said, if I want to travel, I want to see different places and all this kind of stuff. I want to be able to do shit when I'm there. If I go someplace hot, what am I going to do? Just sit in the freaking room and air condition? Because if I go outside and walk 5 steps, I'm going to drop dead. That's how I felt a couple of times when I was in the Philippines. I just walk from the hotel down to the street. I'm like drenched in. No, I don't want to do that no more. Optometrist treating my eye may get my vision back in the future. Oh man, BT, if you got a shot at that, man, you be strict with yourself. Yeah, that lost 11. Good, man. Good. Keep it up. Keep it up. Just keep going. Because I had remembered when you first got to the Philippines, I think you were walking like 5 miles a day and everything, or 3 miles, whatever it was. It was a really good walk. I think you had dropped weight. That's what I find, man. The walking is key to me. And I was been walking, like I said, since before Thanksgiving last year. So you know, I couldn't do then what I do now. I had to build up to it. I mean, when you're talking about like average daily walking, I started. I was only at like 3,000, a day for the month, and then 4,000, and then 5,000, and 6,000, like that. I build it up over time. Now I think it was a couple months ago. I just said, because at work we have these things that they call non-negotiables. Like you just have to do them if you're gonna have a job. And there'd be different things. Like you have to make 100 calls. Like you have to meet your partners. X amount of times. Things like that. Non-negotiables. They just had to be done. It was assumed and understood that it had to be done. So I did that to myself. I built up to the 10,000 steps a day. And I said, that's it. It's 10,000 steps a day, every day. No excuses. And out of like 30, 31 days, I do it like 28, 29 times. This month, I'm just going to go solid. There's no reason for me not to, you know, and that's what I want to do. Yeah, I did walk a lot. Gonna do it again. So, yeah, yeah. You have to build up to it, man. Like I said, when I first started walking, I was still only doing like 3,000 steps a day. It's a health is a process, And right now, I'm looking at it from the perspective that I want to live, and not only do I want to live, I don't want to be hooked up to shit, monitors, whatever, and I want to enjoy life. I want to be able to get out there, go on a zip line, just as an example. I always did want to jump out of a plane, but now I want a parachute to go along with the jumping out of the plane. You see what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, keep it up. So I do have another story to share with you all. All four of you. Somebody's hiding in the background. That's okay. Maybe you don't feel like talking. That's fine. But okay. Let me get into this a little bit. I have been with the same company. Well, service time with the same company since 1999. And you know, it's weird the way my career has gone because I started with the one company, and that company was what's called a joint venture. It was two companies working together. They had a contract. They're going to work 10 years together. So I got hired by that, a joint venture. And then what happened was is that over the years, the joint ventures ended. A lot of them kept re-upping and going, but sometimes the two companies decide not to work together anymore. And I always got I didn't have to apply for it. They would just like transfer me over to work with whatever was the new thing. Like I went from like one bank, but it wasn't a bank, it was the joint venture. Then the bank and the other company decided to split up, and I went to the other company, not the bank. Then after a year working directly for that company, then they made another joint venture with another place, and I got transferred over there. So all my service time was accruing. And The latest one happened about 2.5 years ago. Again, it was a joint venture, and they were splitting up. So some people went to one company, some people went to the other company. This time, I got asked to join through the bank. So it was like a brand new platform for them. They had never done it in house. They always did it through joint ventures and partnerships with other companies. What I do is payments. You go into a store, you swipe your card, dip it, tap it, Apple Pay it, whatever the hell you're doing to make the payment. That's what I would do. I would put those machines in businesses, and if you had an online store, I could set you up where you could take card payments, things like that. Water. So what happened was is that when I was working with tried to jump in, but I couldn't with new device unless I signed in and can't remember my password. Yeah, you're all right, Bill. Have a cigarette and beer and think about it. BT's asking, well, it's self-explanatory. But so, when it got switched, Mark, the Savage King, welcome to the program. How you doing, Mark? Guess who now? You can get this party started. Yeah, of course. Welcome, Mark King. So, so what happened was is that I went to work for the bank this time, not the processing company. And the problem was, and I didn't know what was going on, but it was like it was during COVID. Everybody was locked in the house here in New York. We weren't allowed to go outside basically. So for a year, I was just making phone calls to customers, but a lot of businesses were closed. It was almost more like customer service relations. They wanted us to call current customers, make sure that they're all right, they have everything they need, shit like that. So COVID ended, and then we go back, go to work, and so what happened was is that the bank started this whole platform from scratch. They never did it before. They had to build platforms and all kinds of stuff. So when we start working there, they don't have anything. Like I was used to, I could talk to any business customer, and I always had a solution for them. Always. Well, two things. One, we always had a solution. Two, um, because we have to sign people up and they have to get approved. At the joint venture, it was like 95% approval. So almost everything that I would write would be approved. And then we start with the bank. Yeah, that's why it didn't work. Okay. So, I don't have the tools. I don't have like everything that I've known for my whole career, how this business works, because we didn't have it. So I struggled. I had to walk away from a lot of business. So it was like slowly they keep adding on new stuff. Things that we used to be able to do, we're like started to get stuff back very slowly, taking years already. So I wasn't doing well. And then on top of that, when I said that, the other company, like 95% of the customers I signed up would get approved. I come over here. I don't have the tools. And I had like a 50% approval rating. If I signed the customer's business up to take credit cards, 50%, the bank was turning down 50% of the businesses. And then they started saying, "Well, you're not doing what we ask you to do." I'm like, "Yeah, but like you're telling me to go out and fight, but you're tying my hands behind my back. I can't win." And so it was going bad for a while. No, I was trying, but yeah, if the business you sign only 50% gets approved, how the hell are you supposed to, achieve what they want you to achieve? And how are you supposed to? We have here in New York City, right? And this is, I think it's like in 26 cities in the US where the business owner can pass the cost on to uh, the customer with the card. So, BT, if you go into the store and let's say you buy something for $20, they're going to tack on 4%. So at $20, if it's 4%, it's going to be 80 cents. So now what you're buying doesn't cost $10, it costs $10.80. Of course, plus tax and all of that stuff. But so you're actually paying for the card transaction, so the business owner doesn't have to pay it. And that's legal in 26 US cities. Here in New York City, I'm competing against people who give the equipment, the credit card machine, they give it for free. I charge. They give them the machine for free, and the business owner doesn't pay anything. They pass the cost on to their customers. So I'm talking to businesses, and they're like, I'm telling them, the cost of whatever type of equipment was right for their business, telling them what it cost. They're like, wait a minute, nobody charges for equipment. Everybody gives it for free. Not us. What do you mean I got to pay, make up a number, 3%, 3.5%, the charge. So like if they sold that same $20 worth of stuff, out of that $20 would come that 80 cents. You understand? So the business is paying that 80 cents on the $20 sale. But if they use the other company, they don't lose that 80 cents. So their sale really went down to $19.20 because we're charging them. So, so basically we got our asses kicked in the marketplace, let's say. There you go. Just name the problem. You're in New York. No, it's in 26 other cities. Also, Mark, that's coming to Arizona as well. It's going to be all over the United States. Think about these freaking credit card companies, right? You got a MasterCard or Visa thing in there, and they market it. They want you to sign up for their credit card, whatever bank or credit union or whatever. They offer you back 1, 2, 3, 4% of your cash back. Think about how smart MasterCard and Visa is. They give the customers back the 1, 2, 3, 4%, right? Whatever it is. They don't pay for it. They make the business owners pay for it. How smart is that? I'm offering you a rewards program. I'm gonna thank you for your business and give you money back. Thing is I'm not paying for it. I got this other schmuck over here who's going to pay for it for the honor of paying with a credit card. So anyway, that's what it came down to. And and I had been on verbal warnings and written warning at work. So just last week we had a in-person meeting, what they call mid-year reviews. You go over with your manager, how you doing, and she said, the company wants to see incremental improvement. They want to see you get better and better month over month. So I couldn't. I had half of my shit declined. Yeah, right, BT. So that's what it's going to come down to. In states that approve this, is that you're going to be paying. You're not getting cash rewarded. You're freaking paying for it in these 26 cities in the U.S. that has it. So that's why MasterCard and Visa is fighting it. They don't want the business owners they want the business owners to pay for it because they want their customers with their rewards to actually get rewarded. I mean, if you're going in and they're charging you 4% extra for the thing and they're giving you 1% cash back, you're losing. Right? So 1% back. Yeah. And like I said, it's only in 26 cities so far. So if you're in a city that doesn't have that, then yeah, you might actually be getting that 1%, not having to pay for it. But if they do start it's called surcharging. So if they do start surcharging, then there's no benefit. MasterCard and Visa doesn't want that. They want you to have the benefit, and they want schmuck business owner to pay for it. So yeah, it does. As long as you're not paying the surcharge, yeah, you're good. You get it. So anyway, the whole point of that was to just tell you that. So Thursday afternoon, I was at a potential client's location. All right, that's part of my job. I'm a field rep. So I go to the business owner's place of business, talk to them about the processing their cards with us. And so I went over the information he wanted to do it. My phone rings. It's my manager. Right, it's about 1:00, and she says, she needs to have a meeting with me with somebody from Human Resources on the line at 2:00, and she told me to be somewhere private. So ding, 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 I'm getting canned. So I wrote the application and submitted it to the company. Even I knew, right? And so I wrote it, signed it up. She told me to be someplace, private for the 2:00 call. I went home. Right. So I got home by 2, I probably got home like at 5 to 2, connected my work laptop. And it was a call-in number. I had to call in. So I call in a number. It was supposed to be my manager and a human resources person. So I called in, I got on, and my manager wasn't on yet, but the human resources person was there. Human resources person saying, "Oh, hi, how you doing, John?" She's like, "Yeah." She's telling me this. She says, I can't wait for Friday." And then she said, "Oh, wait a minute. This is like my Friday because I took off tomorrow because my kids have a soccer tournament and, she wants to be there. She wants to be involved." And I'm like, "Oh, that's great. Good luck. I hope they do well." Then my manager pops on and she joins the call and she says, "Your position with us has been terminated." Like, I know she was reading it from a script, but yeah, I was terminated Thursday afternoon at 2 p.m. And I haven't told a lot of people that, so you guys are the first to know. So, old me, it's funny. I know exactly what old me would have done. Old me would have got a 12-pack of beer and some comfort food. What kind? It could have been a lot of things. It could have been a pizza pie. It could have been a meatball parmesan hero. It could have been fried mozzarella sticks. Real comfort food to make me feel good. So, so that call ended. I don't have a job no more. They shut the company provides me a laptop and a iPhone. All that shit was shut off like within the hour. So instead of wallowing in self-pity, I went for a long walk. It was Thursday. I did like over 17,000 steps on Thursday and got in a full hour workout. Friday, same thing. Did 17,000 steps and got in a workout. And today, I'm pretty much like at the same. I think I'm at like 16,000 steps for the day, but it's 9:00. I'll get more steps in before. And a nice workout. So, yeah, so I'm trying to figure out I mean, I was tired before that, with the job and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I was actually let go. I was terminated. And now I'm trying to figure out, am I unemployed or am I retired? Because it's all a mindset. you know. So I'm working through that. You ever been on your computer and hit enter like into some kind of equation and then processing? Circle, it says processing. That's where I am right now. I'm processing this. And what I'm leading towards is that I don't want to work no more. Remember, guys, work is a 4-letter word. Just like fuck, work. So I am going to endeavor not to have to work anymore. I just sold cash out of my 401k one day before the market hit just over 41,000. Yeah, but after that, Mark, the friggin' market went into the shitter the next couple days. I know, I enjoyed it going up. Sounds like a Trump tariff, yeah. No, but that's always been the case. Anytime you ever used your credit card. Now that you have no job and I cash out my 401k, let's go to Thailand or the Philippines. I would not mind checking out Japan too. Mark, I may take you up on that. I want to go to Thailand also. I've never been to Thailand, so that's on my list. I know I got to get my shit in order here. And then here's the thing, right? I'm 55, so there's no Social Security in my near future. That's right, minimum 7 years away. I have a 401k as well, Mark, and while I probably would be able to access it, unless I prove some kind of hardship or something like that, I'd probably get hit with an additional, 10% penalty I think they have for touching it. So I have to figure out the way where I don't touch my 401. Well, it's really an IRA now, but for 5 years, you got to be 59 and a half. I'm 55. So just say split the difference, make it 60. It's like I can't really. I'm putting it on myself not to touch that until 60. So then I need the income to go and live overseas. I know you're joking, Mark, but that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But I'm not gonna do it like I have been with taking vacations places. Now, if I go to a place, I want it to be at least a month or more, preferably more. And I have another problem is that I have a cat. I can't. I can't travel with her. She's an old cat. Never. Well, once I got her into a carrier, it won't work. So I can go away for a month, maybe even 2. I don't know if I get someone to come and take care of the cat, but I don't know, I feel bad, and I still have to do things here to get set up the income. I'm 66 and did not know that tax you 20%. I was thinking it was like 10. From what I understand, Mark, they tax you at like maybe right. I don't know, but I think they tax it as ordinary income. If I'm not mistaken, I could be. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, you're 66, so at least you won't get the penalty. No, the 401k money, Mark, that's pre-tax. So they take it out pre-tax, so that when you do touch it, then it's taxable. And the thought behind it was that they figured that when you're not working anymore, you would have less income coming in, so it would be taxed less than like if you use that money, out of your payroll. So yeah, I have some of that. Also have some savings, and I'm gonna have some rental income. I think I can pull it off. I got to make it 5 years. 5 years. I make it 5 years, then I'll gain access to my retirement account. I won't have to pay the extra penalty, even if it's 20. I'd rather pay 20 than 30, Mark. Yeah, my sister says that I would get most of it back when I file next year. Yeah, because your income is what it is. You're on a fixed income right now. Yeah. So that's good. I mean, that's why we save it, right, Mark? Yeah, I'm not saving it to leave it for somebody. I want to friggin' enjoy it. I just don't want to be extra taxed on it. So that's what happened, man. My friggin' week got shit canned, and I'm not sad about it. And I'm not rushing to go and, find another job. I don't want to work no more. I want to be done. I want to do exactly what I said before. I just want my new job to be being healthy and traveling. And I feel that it's within my reach to do this. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a new chapter in my life. Get most of it back. Yeah, you probably would. I don't know all the laws with that yet because I'm not up to it, but I'm gonna damn well learn them now. I need any type of little advantage I can get. It's gonna be weird for me too, man, because I never think about budgeting because I don't really spend that much. I really don't. I know I live in New York City, but like I'm not out wasting money on shit. I know guys at work, man, freaking drink, you know, 3 Starbucks a day, paying like $20, $30 for that shit. I use my coffee pot that's right behind me. And I buy damn good coffee to put in it too. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm surprised they really fired you. Most would just say they're going to let you off to avoid any lawsuits. Well, what they did, Mark, was they took my personal email down and they emailed me an offer. All right. I mean, I'm out of the company either way, but because I could file for unemployment and shit like that. I don't know if they fired it or not, but they did. You know what they said, man? They said, well, you got 24 years of service, right? So they said what they can do since they gave me. Now I haven't been with that company all those years, but I did get the service from the joint ventures. They just counted it as if I was at that company. So 24 years. So they offered me basically, some months at full pay, but I would need to go in and accept that offer, and I have 21 days. I haven't even looked at it yet. What I really want to know about is the medical insurance. What's the dealio with that? But I mean, I don't know. I got to look at it, but I'll probably accept. It's for 24 years. It's not nearly enough. I mean, they should have been at minimum 6 months, right? It's less than that. So, it is what it is. Drop the link one more time if anyone wants to pop up. Other than that, I think I'll clearing out of here soon. Yeah, exactly, Mark. I have to look at it. I mean, just from like what they told me over the phone, I didn't see it. Like I said, I didn't look at the email in print, but yeah, I mean, the amount would be more in New York City. Um, in New York City, the maximum is like for unemployment, $500 a week for 6 months. That's 2,000 a month for 6 months. What are you looking at there? 12,000. That's unemployment. What's happening, buddy?
Hey, what you doing?
Kind of whining a little bit now. But
Did they give you any severance pay or anything at all?
Yeah, well, that's what I was just talking about. Yeah, they made me an offer for like 3 full months pay, which
Yeah,
comes out more than if I took the 500 a week for 6 months. All right, 12,000. That would be unemployment if I went on that. But I believe, and I have to read it to be 100% sure. But I believe if I take their severance, then I can't get unemployment. So it's like one or the other. But this would be more. This is more for 3 months than it would be for unemployment for 6 months. So you know,
yeah. That's usually how they do it. You know, they have to pay the unemployment anyway. So
yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah, yeah,
at least it's better than what unemployment would be. But I
yeah,
really got to look at the insurance aspect of the whole thing. I'm hoping that they
yeah.
if they'll pay for my insurance for the next 3 months full, then yeah, I'm gonna sign it. But if not, I don't know. I might want to go on an Obama plan. I don't care.
Yeah, you got to think about that for sure.
Yeah, no, that's a big thing
Mark King was
factoring.
saying he got his 401k. I didn't do when I my 401k I was about to roll it over into IRA, but I wound up borrowing from it, and then I had to pay back 2% interest. Means I didn't ever really lose anything that way.
Yeah, I know that's an option. Hey, Bruce, how you doing,
I was,
buddy?
I was getting, yeah, if I was going to get into a 401, my 401, I would borrow from it instead of just cashing it out because you lose a lot of money that way cashing it out.
Yeah, but oh yeah, cashing it out is the worst. But the thing about because all the companies I work for, they offered that where you could borrow against it. But the thing was that if you got fired or you left the company, then you would have to pay back the full amount. That's why I never borrowed against my 401k.
Hey Bruce, how you doing?
Hey Bruce, it sounds like that I've joined your ranks of the retired.
Yeah.
Not by my actions, but by the company's decision.
Are you going to try to get another job at doing the same thing, or?
I don't know, BT. I don't really don't want to work no more. Although it did cross my head the other day that I could do what I'm doing and then go work for those companies who were giving the free equipment and charging the customers, and it would be easy. I think it
Yeah,
would be easy.
yeah,
I mean, I got over 20 years experience in it. Now I'm going in and saying, listen, I'm going to give you this machine. I'm not going to charge you anything. And so I would think
yeah.
I could do it, but I just don't know if I want to get up and do it. Because, one good thing about yes, of course you can, Bruce. The link's out there. I'd love you to come up. Yeah, so I mean,
So
I don't know. I gotta figure it out.
yeah, what I'd do if I got upset like that, if I lived where you are, I would just walk to the stadium and go to Yankees game, not drink any beer.
yeah, yeah. Well, I think like a beer in Yankee Stadium is like $12, something like that.
I
Something
know.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I say. Don't drink any beer. Just go to the game
Nah, I wouldn't drink.
and
Not
get you a
there.
seat way in the top stand. Get you a seat way up in the top stands, so that you have to walk all the way up there.
Yeah, well, that would be good exercise at
You know,
least.
get your steps in. Yeah.
And the Yankees are playing like shit lately. I'm getting disgusted with them. What is Mark saying here? Yeah, I was thinking of rolling over my
Yeah,
401k too. But
they're doing bad. I've been watching
oh,
them.
his sister paid for a new water heater, Mark. You paid her back. Okay. Yeah, because I just replaced the friggin' water heater. That shit's 10
I did.
grand.
Hi.
Mr. Bruce,
How's it
welcome,
going?
welcome. It's going surprisingly well, being that I was shit canned on Thursday afternoon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to stay in your ranks, shooting star. I want to be retired. You know.
You know, let's
Yeah.
see. Of course, you're not going to be drawing Social Security.
I got 7 years to draw Social Security, and I
Yeah.
also have 5 years before I can touch my my retirement funds, unless I pay a 10% penalty on top of it.
Right. So what happened to your job? I mean,
Yeah, I talked about it a lot. Well, basically, the company changed in the last couple of years.
yeah.
And what happened is that they sent us to the Stone Ages. Like, we didn't have the tools to do the job well.
Right.
And then on top of that, the company, the joint venture that I was part of, we would have, like, because we have to write people up and they have to get approved for service. And the last company I was with, we had like a 95% approval rating. So pretty much what you
I see.
signed up was going to get approved. And the company, towards the end when I got fired, my personal approval rating was like 52 or 53%. So if I submitted 10, only 5 would get approved. And when you have a goal of 10, so if my goal was around 10, some months it was 9, some months it was 11, but whatever it was, I would have to do double just to be able to hit their numbers, and I couldn't do that because we didn't have the tools.
Right.
So it's just, it's disappointing, but I'm not sad about it.
Yeah.
This is just a crucial time. Jason Taylor, welcome to the program. This is just a crucial time for me. I gotta work it out, figure it out. I want to be able to retire right now. I don't want to have to work anymore, and I just want, whatever assets I have to throw off.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Betty, how you doing, hon?
Hey, Betty.
I'm good.
Betty, you
How
gotta
are
take
you?
care of.
Hello,
Betty, you
sir.
gotta- Betty, you gotta take care of that boy, man. He needs help.
Yeah. Yeah. Always. I'm her nurse and wife.
Hey, listen, Betty, when he's not behaving, you gotta crack the whip a little. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I just leave him whenever he is like that. I just left him, and then I just go away.
Yeah,
So
I doubt
then he will
about that.
stop.
Yeah, well, do whatever you got to do. Women know how to get things done with men. I know you are. So, but no, crack the whip, Betty, man.
She's never left me.
I didn't believe that for a second. I know.
She tries to.
Yeah.
She tries.
Well, listen, if she has to threaten you with leaving to get you to do the right thing for yourself, then
I'll tell you,
do it.
She helped me out.
No, I'm sure she does. Is this where the government cheese is being handed out? You're in the right spot, Devout Don. Don, come to my house. I'll give you a block of cheese. So, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Bruce.
Okay, yeah.
You are paying 401k is basically a scam because you are paying someone else to manage your money. I prefer to manage my own money for free with no tax problems. Bill, I agree with you, but often, like with these jobs, if you take out, if you set aside, you're going to put into your retirement account 5% of your income, 10% of your income. Actually, right now, for the last 2 years, I'm putting 15%. My employer's matching 5%. So I've been saving 20% of my income for the last few years. So it adds up. But now the thing is that when each of my companies changed like ownerships and I went to work for the other one, what I would do is I would take it out. I wouldn't roll it over into the new 401k. I put those in individual retirement accounts that I have complete control over. So I agree with you, because some of those plans that they have may not be good.
Yeah,
They might
that was
stink.
a smart move. Yeah, you did the right thing to do that.
Yeah, well, I've been doing that now since like the first time it happened to me, where the company split up and I went to one company or another. I guess BT got knocked out. But, so that's what I did. I took it, and, now I have a financial advisor, because it's just getting too much. Because my big thing is, Bruce, is that I'm kind of like when it comes to this, I'm kind of like a risk taker, with stocks and bonds and stuff like that.
Right.
So I basically got the financial advisor to like reel me back, because as you get closer to retirement, I don't want to be risking, big amounts of money. And then, I hit 60 and the market completely crashes and I lose everything. I don't want to do that. So,
No, you don't want to do that either. Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Get the.
Okay. So Betty's got to go.
Bye, everyone.
Hi,
Say
Betty.
bye-bye.
Take care, Betty.
Good to hear from you.
She has to
That
go
was
get
cool.
my blood work. My blood work at the clinic for my.
What,
I gotta go
the
see
results?
the doctor tomorrow. Yeah, I got to see the doctor tomorrow.
Yeah. But trust me, you don't need $1 million to retire. Yeah, Don, I'm moving to your ranks. I'm gonna retire at 55.
Yeah, you don't need to. I mean, you couldn't take it with you if something were to happen afterwards. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, you never see that. You never see that. You never see a U-Haul attached to a hearse.
Exactly.
Nice to be comfortable before you go, though.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be comfortable, and it'd be nice to whatever loved ones
just
that you want to help.
You want to be able to take care. Have the means to be able to do the things that you not only need to do, but maybe do something that you want to do, and
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to. That's all I need is just what I need to to live. I'm not into flashy things. I don't drive a flashy new car. Yeah, and the Valdon just said a big thing. You don't want any debt.
No,
I have none.
Yeah,
debt.
you're like Steve Martin in The Jerk, then, right? I don't need nothing else, just this lamp, this one lamp.
I don't remember that.
That's all I
movie,
need.
but-
I don't need nothing else.
Well, one thing's for sure.
never
You don't
seen The
want
Jerk?
to be Yeah,
See
I
what?
saw it.
I saw it. I just don't remember it.
Yeah,
It's
The
a
Jerk.
classic.
It was funny.
Yeah, when he left his wife, he started grabbing things. I don't need nothing else, just this ashtray, and I don't need nothing else.
Don still wants a pencil thin
It's
mustache.
hilarious.
I'm going to drive. Don says I have plenty of free time now. I want to drive over to Jersey and give you a pencil thin mustache. We'll make a video on it. It'll go
Go to
viral.
Yankee game and take a video when they're winning.
I might have to go to a lot of games in order to see that. They have not been
Lately.
winning too often. Yeah, lately they stink on ice. Oh my God. What's he saying? Give me $200K and I can retire with investments, and I'm only 44.
Yeah, you can.
Well, that's assuming that you can touch it, because if it's like $200K in an IRA, then you have to wait till you're 60. But if it's a brokerage account, then Bill's spot on. I don't anymore, right, Don? Don thought that the old JG used to look like the vlogger Goldfinger. He's not actually a vlogger. He's just Paul Old Dog's friend. Big fat guy.
Old dog.
Well, Old Dog's not fat. His friend Goldfinger is.
Oh. Old dog. That's the guy in Dumageddon, right?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Don, I see you're a big sponsor of. Well, I really like his channel, Texas Filipino.
Oh, yeah.
For the most part, he stays the hell out of the drama and just shows you what he's showing you. Can't be bothered with that shit.
He's a big rancher, ain't he? He got a big ranch in Texas, yeah.
Yeah, in Texas. Yeah, well, I think he's leasing the land now. Yeah, well, he had steer and all of that stuff. He's a real, real farmer. Not like the whole.
He's a real cowboy.
Yeah, no, he is. Yeah, and even with his twang and everything. I mean, even with his twang, Texas twang, I still like him. I think he's just a straight guy. He is who he is.
Yeah,
but
I like his videos because they got something to them. When he built his beach house in the Philippines. That's really good. I followed that.
Yeah, well, he built it, but now BT, what he's building is he's turned basically his home into a resort.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's building a pond. He built like Airbnb rooms. He has 2 or 3 of them. Plus, he has like a Kubo right on the beach near the water.
Wow, we can go there and stay with him, huh?
Yeah. Well, no, and then he started to build a pool, and then above the pool he was adding 3 more rooms. That hasn't started up there yet, but he has like the base of it. It's cool. Yeah, Don, I agree with you. I like him. I like James over there.
Yeah, I have to go look at him again. I remember watching him when he was building his beach house. I haven't seen him in a while.
It's the same place, man, but it's now. I mean, it's a resort. You know.
Expanded, huh?
Yeah. No, listen, he's sinking a lot of money into it, but he is making the money off the Airbnb now.
I think he sold a bunch of his land in Texas too.
I think he sold a couple of his investment properties, not his main house.
Yeah,
because he had a few. I don't know if they were like modular homes or whatever, but he sold a few of those. Yeah, we should now. Now I have time, Don. I have time to do all of this shit that I always say I'm going to get to.
Come visit us in the Philippines.
Probably, I probably will get there. We'll get there. I gotta set up my.
I'll be starting my build. I think I'm gonna video my build too. I must be starting my build here in the fall.
In the fall, okay. So you guys got the property. Where's it going to be in Pampanga?
Yeah, I bought in a subdivision.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I bought in the development. The last lot on the whole thing, it's a corner lot, but it's the last one that they had, and I bought it, and that's where I'm going to build at.
It's a gated community?
Yeah, I got a big office there in the front with a guardhouse and a gate and everything.
What are the facilities? They have like a gym or a pool or anything?
No. There's none of that. It's just a subdivision that's guarded.
Gotcha.
They don't have any amenities there. That they didn't put any pools or anything. They might have there's a place that looks like they're going to put a playground or something in it or something like that. But other than that, no. It's just a gated community with security.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
That's why I bought it. Anyway, I'm going to start my build, and that's what I did for a living before I built log cabins for a living for years.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Wow. Okay.
So I was a contractor for like 25 years. Then I
I'm
had my
saying
heart
go for it,
problems.
BT.
Oh yeah. I've already saved up for it, and I'm about to get it done. And maybe within the next year we'll be in it, and uh, no more rent, and then Betty will have a place whenever I'm dead and gone.
Yeah. No,
That's the plan.
that's a good plan, man.
A good plan.
Mark is saying he
Yeah,
likes
so
that expensive expat. Yeah, I know that guy. I hate the guys over there that are talking about these micro budgets. Now, I did see that guy, expensive expat, on Paul's channel, Old Dog's channel, and goddamn, he sounds like he has a really, really boring freaking life.
yeah, I seen that too. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Old Dog. Now that's what I
Yeah.
was watching. He like 600 a month. That's I tell you, somebody who showed you how you could live on 600 a month, and he did it in a series. He's got a playlist of it. Is Tropical Tim did that 600 a month, and he showed you how to get all your stuff and how much you pay for rent and everything like that if you was living on 600 a month. Of course, he didn't live on 600 a month, but he said this is how you can do it.
Right. Yeah, that's the only thing I was going to say, because I did see Tim do those. And yeah, he wasn't saying he's doing it. He's just saying how you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you want to retire and just go sit in front of a TV in another country, yeah, you could do it cheap. But I don't want to do that. I want to, get out and explore the world.
Of course. And I'll tell you what, that would be a miserable life, buddy. I tell you, 600 a month.
Oh,
that
God.
would be in any country, not just the Philippines.
Yeah, not specific to the Philippines. Absolutely. I mean, you'll be in, local food every night, street food.
Yeah.
He was the
That would
first
be awful.
one. Said that you do not say you need $2,000 or more to be able to live in the Philippines. I think you could live less, but it's just it's a taper down. It depends on what kind of lifestyle you want. Me, part of the reason why I'm getting healthy and getting into shape is because I want to be able to be active.
Yeah. I'm glad you're doing that, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel great. Ain't going back. IRA isn't a fair game. We can manage our own money better for free with various markets. Our house there is proof that on $20,000 per year and our place here. It's good, Bill. Everybody can live different. I think, to me, the magic number is 15. Yeah, I think 15 is good for a single person.
Yeah, that is. That's.
You're not going to live ultra modern, but you're going to have a nice, you're going to have a nice apartment. You're going to eat good food. I don't know how.
I think you better add. I think you better add inflation rate on that, and add up the years that it's till you retire. Add all that inflation rate into it, and then take about 3.5% a year, and add on to that. So every year you're going to add 3.5% to that. It's not going to stay at that rate.
Yeah, I mean, things only go one way, up. I don't know anything that goes down.
Me either.
Don put it in Sally Mae account, good interest. Yeah, I know, he's building a house too. Well, the thing about Old Dog is he's not going to really do, he's not going to do like a Texas Filipino style videos on it. I mean, sometimes like he gets so technical that like I just tune out because I'm not inclined. Like BT might appreciate that. He's been a general contract,
Yeah,
contract.
I like how they do.
Yeah, I mean, he goes into so much depth. I'm just a novice, so.
Yeah, I like to see that. I like to see how they do it. I'm gonna have to go over and watch on him.
Yeah, right, Don. You can survive. Hopefully you have, maybe a girlfriend or your, girlfriend or wife have a house or something. Then maybe.
don't know.
Yeah, he's Mark, you're lying. I thought you told me he was up to $11.50 because the HOA fee went up. See, Mark is living like less than $1,200 in the U.S., but he has a paid-for condo. He doesn't go anywhere. Doesn't leave the couch, except to maybe go to the market. I don't know. No, Mark, I'm not stupid enough to say that you couldn't. You could do it in the Philippines on 1100. I'm sure. I couldn't. I know that. But a lot of things you can do here in the U.S.
I couldn't. I've been here 3 years. I'm going on 3 years now. I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it. Have you ever done a budget video?
No, I've never done a budget video, but I could not do it for no $1,500. I'm more like $2,500 a month.
24?
That's if I don't go to S&R very much, and get my comfort food,
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Well, I've
never done one, but I thought about
it. Well, it's you and Betty, right?
Yeah, but my basic expenses aren't that much. They're probably, close to that 1,000 mark or whatever.
Right.
But you got to think about your health care and everything else. You can't come over here without health care and insurance and stuff, and because they're not going to accept it. They're not going to accept anything except for something you buy over here. And then what happens if you do like me and you have a stroke and you're in the ICU for 3 days at $100,000 or $2,000 a day?
So
then you gotta have. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna ask. No, and that's great, and I think more of these vloggers need to talk about that, having to have insurance. Do you have like some kind of travel insurance, or are you doing? Well, I don't think the PhilHealth really covers us much anymore. So, like your recent health issues. I mean, is insurance picking up most of the tab?
No, I had to pay for it out of my backup funds. So I'm about $6,000 out just for hospital. And then my medication every month. I had to buy that out of pocket too. Now, the VA pays for the things that I'm rated for.
Right. Issues that
they give me medication
during service.
Yeah, they pay me for that. They don't pay me; they just pay for it.
Yeah.
And it's called a foreign medical program. Now I get that, but the other stuff, it's not related to my military service. I have to pay for that, or my insurance does. Yeah, I got insurance, so
What did you get? You got some insurance company that's there in the Philippines?
Yeah. So
I got you.
Anyway, you gotta have that if you're gonna retire here, or you're gonna go bankrupt.
Yeah, well, I had mentioned that I'm going to slow travel. I'll definitely have travel insurance. I can't risk that.
Yeah.
In Philippines, what you said you paid for $6,000 out of your savings, here that would have been like $50,000, or more.
Yeah, more than that, because I had 2 MRIs and CAT scans and all kind of lab work while I was still in it, and they charged me for all that too. So I paid, right around $6,000 for the 3 days in ICU.
Wow.
But that would, like you said, probably been $55,000-$60,000 in the States.
Well, I'll tell you, BT, I have, company insurance that while I was, still working there, and I was referred to a cardiologist, and then the cardiologist wanted to perform an angioplasty on me. And they have to get prior authorization and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, they did it. I didn't need a procedure. I didn't need stents. I didn't need, cleaning process. They said there's stuff there, but it's good. You're good. So, so I'm figuring that, the whole thing is paid for. So I got a bill. This is just like last month. And I wasn't expecting it, but they sent me a bill for freaking $1,600. And I seen the itemized bill, and the procedure itself was like $32,000 for an angioplasty.
Oh yeah.
And the insurance paid, everything up until $1,600. So I called my doctor. I called the insurance company. I'm like, because it was so weird. Just like a month or two before that, they sent me for a scan, and when I tell you, they all told me the same thing. I called in to make the appointment. Oh, your insurance doesn't cover this. You'll have to pay $135. Okay. I go that day to check in. Oh, don't forget, you're going to have to pay $135 for the scan.
God,
okay. I sit in the freaking chair before they start the scan. Oh, you're going to have to pay $135. So many people told me about $135, but nobody told me about $1,600. So yeah. That's what I was telling them. I'm like, 10 people told me about $135 for a scan. I'm going for an angioplasty. They don't tell me nothing. The $1,600 bill shows up. So I had to freaking pay that. That came out of savings.
Yeah. Yep. I only pay so much,
No. And then the cardiologist, I really think, and this is terrible that I feel this way, but I honestly do. I think doctors just want to perform tests to, so they make money. They're business people too. Because I did the stress test, I did the angioplasty. The cardiologist isn't finding nothing, and he wants to send me for another test. And then I told him about the $1,600, and he's like, "Oh, well, maybe we'll wait." Like, yeah, we'll fucking wait a long time, buddy.
Yeah, here what they do. I didn't know all this stuff, because I ain't never been in a hospital here. But here what they do is they get whoever's going to pay for your bill, and they take about 4 or 5 extra hours, which adds on to your bill, of course. But
yes.
But they take that long to figure out how much your bill's going to be.
Well, they have to send it out to NASA to come back with the numbers.
Yes, they do, evidently, because, I'm telling you, if you're checking out of the hospital, it's going to be 4, 5, 6 hours before you get out of there.
Jesus Christ. What are they using? An abacus? They don't have computers there?
I don't. You know what? At every store I've ever been in the province out here, they use a damn calculator.
Well, a business in the province I can understand, but you're talking about a hospital. Even the hospital places, the clinics and everything like that, they use a damn calculator. So let me ask you this, because I've had a lot of expats, that I watched and listened to over the years talk about the hospitals. Will they really not let you out without the full payment?
That's right. That's what happens.
Now,
they wouldn't let me out until I paid them.
Yeah, but you see, you're lucky, right? You have Betty there, and Betty could go and make the things. But I'm thinking, if I'm a single guy, what the hell am I? Unless they take credit card, I don't know.
Yeah, they take your credit card.
You do.
They will. They'll take your credit card. They love those. But anyway, basically what I did anyway, here.
But it's okay, BT, because you got that 1% cash back on it.
Yeah. That's not a purchase, my friend.
Oh, that doesn't count as a purchase?
No, it does not.
Oh, so you don't even get the 1% cash back on it.
That's a 29% interest, but you get a 1% cash back.
Well, I always pay my bill at the first of the month, so I don't never pay interest on that crap.
Yeah, but me too. I do the same thing. But wow, they don't even give you on such a big.
It's convenient, It's convenient to have a credit card, and you better have one when you're here, just in case,
Definitely.
That's the thing. That's the thing. If you come here and you accidentally have to go into hospital, have a credit card, just pay it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll definitely have that. But what I was thinking, and actually, BT, you could tell me if you think this is a good idea. I plan to have 2 different debit cards with 2 different banks that have favorable, foreign
Well, I
foreign
do.
transactions.
I have 2 debit cards with 2 banks over here. And then I have my
Oh,
debit card. I have my debit card from bank back home too.
okay. Yeah,
Now,
well,
But
you
the
got the
I do
but the
have a
bank back
question.
home, you got to tell them you're going to be in the Philippines or they'll deny it.
yeah. Well, on my trips there and previously, Chase gives me a great freaking deal. I got to tell you, they don't charge me any currency exchange fees, and they don't charge me any foreign transaction fees, and they reimburse whatever the local ATM charges, 250 pesos, 500, whatever it is. They reimburse me full on it. And
Yeah,
I was thinking.
that's like USAA does me that way.
Yeah, and from what I've learned, I believe Schwab does that as well. So I'm thinking about throwing, some money in a Schwab checking account and just having that as a backup.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Or have you got any military people in your family?
My brother was in the
Anybody?
military.
Well, you can
Yeah,
get a USAA account too.
because I saw one. I don't remember if it was USSA or Navy Federal, where it had to be either your parents or your grandparents. It couldn't be siblings. Obviously it could be a spouse, of course, but
I think that's just the Navy Credit Union, but the
the
USAA,
Navy.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You can
because my
check that
brother
out.
did serve. He did serve in the army.
There you go. You can get in there then. All you have to do is have him tell him that whenever, or
Well,
these
he's
are
he's
honorable
passed on.
discharge. Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he's passed on, but yeah, he was
You could
honorably
probably still
discharged.
get it. They probably still have the record that that he was in. You just tell them who he was and everything.
Deval Don lives in New Jersey on about $2,000 a month. That's really good.
Yeah, in New Jersey. I thought that was like the most expensive place in the world.
It's up there.
Yeah, because my son lived there one time, and he had to pay a lot of money for his apartment. I think it was like $2,000 a month of just apartment that he lived in.
Oh, Mark, don't burn your sausages. That's. I'm gonna cry, man. Sausages. I hate to see a sausage wasted.
I think he's already burned them.
Hold you there until you pay. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
asked him, Mark.
Health insurance is a real important thing to have.
Yeah. Well, I never thought of, being there. Well, because actually, you know what? Like, if I take vacations and stuff, America, I use my Amex card. My Amex gives me travel insurance for vacations.
Oh, yeah.
Though it's not for living. But if
but
I
that's
do,
still good.
it's better than nothing. But if I go and I plan this as I plan to, slow travel, I wouldn't travel without. I'll have travel insurance for whatever country I'm going to visit.
Yeah.
Contact the Behove farmer.
Yeah.
I don't want that shit pile. That's a shit pile. The Behovel. Does anybody still watch him?
Who?
Oh, a
farmer.
farming in the Philippines. A foreigner farming in the Philippines.
Oh, he's an e-beggar, right?
Yeah, the e-beggar. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He starts all kind of projects and then begs people to help him out.
Yep, exactly. In the beginning,
I remember the guy.
Yeah, you go, no budget. He'd walk up to something and say, no budget. And then people would get it for him. He's an ungrateful, arrogant asshole.
Yeah.
He's begging people for money and he's arrogant with them. Like, be a little fucking humble, man. These people are helping you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Don's got a roommate in Jersey. That's why. So that's why it's $2,000 a month.
Yeah. Yeah, my son lived there for several years going to school. He went to he learned how to program up there. Program He runs his own program business now in Greenville, North Carolina or South Carolina.
Good on him, man. That's where everything is going.
That's
Programming.
what he makes 6 figures now. He's really doing really good.
That's friggin' great.
He owned a house in Savannah. Yeah, he owned a house in Savannah and sold it not too long ago. And like, since I taught him how to do a lot of construction work while he was growing up, he bought this house for a really good price right on the river, 3 stories, 5 bedroom, and he remodeled the whole thing. And now he's like tripled his money on it when he sold it.
Oh wow!
Moved to Greenville.
Good for him, man.
That's good.
No, that's great. And
yeah, he's good.
Your son's a nerd, and growing up, you taught him how to do construction. I mean, that's like the perfect combination person right there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean he's got his own programming company, and he can build a house if he needs to.
That's friggin' awesome, man.
He bought another house in Greenville, and now he's remodeling it. He's doing it over. Wow. It's an older house. He bought it. It was built in the 80s, and he's just remodeling the whole thing too. I said, well, that's good. Keep doing stuff like that and just flip them. Just keep on flipping them.
Yeah, and what he can do, BT,
I used to do that.
What he can do is like he can upgrade every flip. That's how people get rich in America.
He's smart like that, and I used to do that. I would buy, like, on every first Tuesday in the county I lived in, you could go to the courthouse and you could bid on properties that were in the government was selling for taxes.
Liens. They had tax liens.
Yeah, and you could just about get them for, almost nothing. And if you got the right place, you can go in there and remodel it and flip it in a couple months.
Well, you're getting it so cheap, and then plus if you can add that skill of the remodel, you walk away friggin' nice chunk of change.
But that's where he learned how to do that, because I would do that. I would flip houses, and he would come with me, and I'd teach him how to do stuff. Teach him how to.
Great.
Remodel the whole place.
Yeah, I think you're right, Don. It's terrible to say, but I think so. And Bill's a planner. He plans for everything. So, Brucey, what's your story, man? When you going? Maybe I'll join you to the Philippines.
I can't tell you that now.
I know. That's a secret. Hush, hush. It's on the down low.
Down low. Anyway, when you do come, Bruce, let me know so I can come see you or wherever.
Get up to wherever he's going.
Get up here in Pampanga and see me.
That's the thing, right? If I go to
Did you ever go to Angeles City
What, Bruce?
When you were here, JG.
I did, yes.
Did you ever go to Angeles City?
Yep.
You did? Okay.
I think I spent 3 or 4 days there, right on the walking street.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't meeting. I wasn't meeting anyone. I was just going there as a single man.
Well, if you come up this time, just holler at me.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You come up next time.
What I was thinking as a place to go if I go to the Philippines, and I probably eventually will, but I was thinking either BGC or like Eastwood City over in Manila.
Yeah.
And spending like a month or 6 weeks. Yeah, I went to Clark. When I went to Clark on the same trip that I went to Angeles City.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I fly right into the international airport there too.
Yeah, well, I flew out of Clark
Okay.
to my next adventure. But I went from Manila. I spent a few nights up in Manila and Makati, and then I actually took a cab down to Angeles City, Walking Street, and then I took another something, I think a cab, and went to Clark. I stayed at the resort hotel in Clark. Can't remember the
Yeah,
name
there's a
of
bunch
it.
of them now.
Yeah,
There's a
something with
bunch.
a W.
Yeah,
My
there's
nephew.
several.
Major,
The Wyndham, maybe?
yeah, maybe. It
Is
was.
it next
I
to the
was.
casino?
No, it was actually in the casino.
Okay. It might have been there's a really good one now. It's called gosh, let me think of it. It's a
I know which one
casino.
you're talking about because when I was there, they were building it. It was like across the street. It was part of the same place I was staying in, but it was the old one, and they were building the new huge one. It wasn't
Yeah, the new
open
huge
then.
one in it. I can't think of the name of it for some reason.
Yeah,
Swiss Hotel. That one is
this hotel.
is a 5-star, man. It's nice.
Yeah,
I've taken
that was
Betty.
under.
I've taken I
Yeah, that
take
was
Betty
under
there on the
construction when
fifth.
I was there.
Yeah, on the 5th floor they got a gigantic swimming pool there. It's nice.
Oh, and you could pay for
It
the
is
day.
no, but
Oh, you just stayed
you
there.
know, I stayed there with Betty, yeah, because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
nice. It is
Yeah,
really
no.
nice. So it's brand new Swiss Hotel. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, it looked
I
beautiful when they were building it.
have to say their accommodations and all the amenities there are just wonderful. I have to rate it at a 5-star too because I mean service was great.
I can see that,
Uh,
Mark. That could happen. And Shooting Star as well. We'll get the whole group together.
we ought to do something when you guys can.
I stayed at La Casa Pension House in Angeles in 2012, 25 USD a night. Well, when I stayed
my
on
God.
Walking Street, I stayed at the New Amsterdam, which I know is
Oh hell, that's
changed
a
changed
dump.
ownership. Yeah,
Ain't
but I
that a
stayed in
dump?
the nicest room. I stayed in the nicest room in that dump. It had the
The
bar.
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I know where you're talking about.
Yeah, no, it's right there. It's like right across from Grand Central. Oh, well, it used to be Grand
Yep.
Central. Have you heard
Yeah.
that Philly in the Philippines has moved out of Angeles and now living on the smaller islands? Yes, I did see that. But I'll tell you though,
She
I
lives in
get really, really bored with the same people after a while because they just keep repeating the same shit over and over. And then Philly
Yeah.
tried to get into all the gossip and the trolls and I just have no interest in that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he moved to what? Saragao Island? Surigao?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a surf capital right there.
Our place is in La Union. Not far from that. You would love La Union. I don't know. I haven't been to La Union. La Casa Pension was
Bangor is where he's talking about. That's way up above Boston.
Harry the Horse Hotel. Boy, Don. That's someplace you stayed. Yeah, well, I mean, when I was in Makati, I stayed at the nice places, but some places you couldn't. Like when I went and visited Tom, I mean, I stayed in a shithole. It was, two small little hotels, and I just chose the one that had like a little restaurant in it, which really wasn't a restaurant, but they made food for people. Jim Dale. Who's Jim Dale, BT?
Who?
Jim Dale?
Who's that?
I don't know. La Casa Pension House was Harry the Horse Hotel. Jim Dale.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Harry the Horse.
The original expat evangelist. Wow, you mentioned somebody I never heard of before.
Yeah, Harry the Horse, yeah. I know who he is talking about.
My first
Been gone
Philippine
a while,
vlogger. Yeah. My first Philippine vlogger channel was Rike. You know,
Ricky.
that's a guy. Yeah, and I watched him for years, and now I can't stand to look at him. I don't watch his channel anymore. No, it's just the same shit. It's the same 10 topics.
He's been here. He's been here a long time.
Yeah, no, definitely. But he talks about the same thing. Dating in the Philippines. And he always talks about, like, he tells stories about guys that, like, got to be, like, the most dumbest motherfuckers on planet Earth. You know? Oh, I had a guy contact me, and you know, he never met the woman, but he built her a house, and then he got there, and then they wouldn't let him in. Like, really? You know these people? I always like to say the joke that I graduated Rike's bachelor course. Rike is dumb, man. Yeah, because he was actually selling a bachelor course, teaching guys how to go and find province girls.
Oh yeah, I know that. Oh, Andy Omar, he really hates old Rike. You ever see Andy Omar?
Oh, he's a scumbag, that guy. I fucking hate that motherfucker.
Yeah,
Do you know him personally?
He's always saying something. No, I don't. I never met him. Let me tell you who I met here.
Yeah, go ahead. Welcome, Ken.
Only people I've ever met here that are vloggers.
I know you met Hapsters.
Brian. I bet the Hapsters, they came here though. I met them here. Yeah, I love those guys. Those are great people right there. Now, if you ever meet them, you'll like them.
But, I have no doubt.
Other one, I met Brian, Philly in the Philippines. Brian, I met him.
Yeah, I met him. I had dinner with Brian and his daughter at the time. He just had the one back then.
Okay.
He took me to SNR.
Well, oh really? He's moved to Surigao now.
Yep.
So he don't do any. So he lost probably half of his viewers, I'd say.
Probably.
Most of them were there for Walking Street, you know.
Andy is
gay. The other one I met was, you remember Philo in the Philippines?
Yeah. I didn't really care for him that much.
He was really nice to me. He was a really good person to meet. You know, I'm glad I met him. I met CJ Abroad. If you ever seen his videos, they're kind of, you know, same thing as everybody else. And I met Doc, Mike, Our Philippine Journey.
Ah, yeah.
Anyway, I met him. And that's it.
Sounds like he's.
I don't know anybody else.
Let's see, who did I meet? I met Philly.
He was a doctor.
Oh, he was a doctor. I only met Philly and Tom. That's fine. That was enough for me. That's the thing. Like, you know, sometimes like you watch people's channels
that was about
and you feel
all
like
that was around there.
Yeah, there was less. But that's the thing. Like, you know, you watch people's channels and you feel like you become friends with them and you know them. But then when you actually meet them, you're like, holy shit, we're really strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
But
true.
That's not what I want my slow travel to be, is meeting different vloggers. I just want to live, you know?
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah. Don't go looking. Don't go out there looking for them. Did you know that guy Sweeney from England, Edward Sweeney?
I saw him as in chats that I've been in.
He's a long time travel vlogger, long time, and I watched him first one I ever watched was Edward Sweeney. He had a brain tumor and he's in the hospital in England now. They had to do brain surgery on him. But
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, I like those Edward Sweeney because he was his own person. But he doesn't vlog anymore except for from the hospital bed right now. I hope he gets better.
Yeah.
So he was pretty fun to watch sometimes.
See, shit like that like really freaks me out because like there's not really shit that you can do to prevent that, you know? I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either. I know I could have probably lived a little bit different and not had a stroke. I don't know.
That's
but
true,
the doctor
Bill.
said, the neurosurgeon says that's not true. Said it could happen to anybody.
Right. And that kind of stuff, when you get an illness like that, that's the shit that really scares me, that you just have completely no control over. You know,
yeah,
like,
he says
me.
He says it could have been all my life. I ate too much fat or something, clogged something up, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of shit that freaks me out because, you know, there's nothing you can do about it.
Because you ate like I do too.
Well,
yeah. I mean, what do you do? I'm just trying to get better, man. That's all.
See, to me now, like my whole, because I started back in November with, you know, changing my lifestyle, eating healthy and exercising. Now, any place that I would go, I already thought about this, but like, because, you know, it would be more than a month, right? So the places that I would have to stay would have to have a gym in it, and it would have to have a pool in it. And that is like, that's a non-negotiable. My places would have to have that because my plan is I want to wake up. I want to take nice long walks, exercise for an hour or two, do laps in the pool. And I want to do that every single day. So my places have to have that. You know, but like I said, you know, if you're going to be like Mark, just, you know, rent a cheap place in the Philippines, turn on the TV and stare at it all day, that's fine. Sorry, Mark, I have to break your balls a little bit.
About that, I was going to talk to you guys about, well, if you are going to live here or do live here, a good investment after your internet, of course, is I bought one of those Fire Sticks on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, Fire Stick?
Yeah.
Man, I can I got me a VPN is what makes it where they don't know your you know, your address, your digital address or whatever you call it.
Do you have to have a VPN?
I can watch anything. So I take this Fire Stick and I sideloaded the thing, and I've got everything.
Do you need I'm sorry, BT. I keep interrupting you. I just want to ask you if you needed a VPN to use that or no.
You need it to pick up certain countries, like the U.S.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking that I would need.
Or England, so Canada.
Because
it's also good to have one because I got it on my phone and everything. It protects all your information, man.
Yeah.
It's really good to have. I paid $53 for a year of NordVPN. Really good.
And you have it on your phone and your laptops?
NordVPN. I have it on everything, yeah.
Everything.
It's on everything. And on my laptops, on my phones, on my TV.
Yeah. I definitely need that.
Yeah. So I got that, and I figured out how to sideload the thing. I get every channel in the world, man. I mean, anything I want to watch is on there.
That's nice.
So I can watch the Yankees, you know.
Yeah, because you know what?
Real time, and I watch.
Well, what I learned from my vacations and things, like I have the Yes app, and I can't watch the Yankees when I leave the country, which is ridiculous. Because why should it matter where the hell I am? I'm paying for the app. And the same thing,
It's
Bruce.
because your
Just so you,
VPN or your
I didn't have a VPN. That was the problem. But yeah, Bruce, I noticed, right?
yeah,
So
that's
when
the
I
whole
was
problem.
when I was visiting the other countries, like I have Netflix, but Netflix wouldn't give me what I would normally have in America. You know, and same thing with
Yeah.
Amazon. So that's why you need the VPN if you want to, you know, check out services like that. Taurus,
I
I
forget
think
what
his
you
name's
call it, but
Avow.
what is it called?
What?
What is it called? Your address, your IP.
IP address?
Okay, it makes your IP address look like you're in that country. Yeah, it makes your IP address look like it's in the country that you're watching. Like my IP address here looks like I'm in America
Right.
with the VPN.
Exactly. That's
And
what you
that way
need,
I can
Bruce.
watch anything I want. Yeah. a
Do you
VPN.
ever hack?
And
Do
then
you ever
nobody can
hack?
steal your information either.
Do you ever hack the Fire Stick? I know there's like code you could put in it and get like most of that shit for free.
It's hacked right now.
Oh, okay.
I got it hacked where I can get anything. I can get any. I got like 100,000 channels on there, so I can watch any movie, anytime, anywhere. I can change countries on my VPN too if it's something I want to watch in a country that America don't cover. You know, don't let you see. I can just go to that country and put it on my VPN, and then I can watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing that
See what I'm
I
saying?
need. Yeah.
If it's something that, yeah, and you can pay like for 3 years for $120 or something like that for that.
Yeah, definitely worth it.
It's and sometimes you can watch people that you can look it up, watch a video, and they'll have a discount in there.
I
That's how I
fixed
got
that
mine.
bill.
For like $51 for the year.
Now Don has
But
Mozilla Firefox.
Yeah, and then you just watch a couple videos and learn how to side load the Fire Stick, and you can watch anything.
Yep. Yeah,
Like,
that's the kind of thing
This new
you got to
series
think of.
out called The Boys. You ever see that?
You know what? I have been watching that. I like that.
What?
The Boys. I like it.
I like it too, and so every week, I get a new episode because it's out right now, And then I was watching the House of the Dragon too the other night.
Yeah, that I haven't watched, but The Boys I started watching a few weeks ago, and I've been kind of binging it. I watch 1 or 2 episodes a night. I'm almost caught up all the way with The Boys. I'm almost at the fourth season. I'm almost at the episode 8.
It's still coming out, so I like those because The Boys is still an ongoing series. So this week I'll get a new video. I've already caught up. Yeah, it's a good show. I like it. It's funny.
Yeah,
to me it's funny.
But yeah,
it's
you
gross.
guys that don't know,
there's a lot of violence in it.
I don't mind the violence. I think some of the sex things are a little bit disgusting.
Yeah. With the Aquaman guy.
yeah, the Deep.
Aquaman and his octopus.
His proclivities. Yeah, he has some strange proclivities. Taurus did a live stream a few days ago.
Yeah,
you know what? I didn't see it live, but I looked at it after. I missed it. I was busy.
Yeah, she wasn't on there very long, but she did do a live.
Who's that?
Taurus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she did a live.
I seen the Pac-Man Mayweather fight on my Fire Stick free. Wow, Don. Don, for 75, you're pretty technically savvy.
Yeah, you get to see all that stuff. Hey, it's not that hard, man. It tells you step by step how to fire break that thing, or to jailbreak it. Once you jailbreak it, you can add all the side. Yeah.
And BT, how do you solve
I don't know, $39 at.
No, I was going to ask you, how do you still maintain a U.S. phone number?
Nah, well, I got one, but it's called let me think of it. Magic App.
Oh, Magic Jack?
It's $3.99 a month. Magic App, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to have the jack. You can just use the app.
Right.
That's what I do. And I
Yeah.
got a phone number that's for Gainesville, Georgia. So it looks like I'm there.
Happy Philippines.
You
Welcome
know, when
into
they
the
call
program.
it's a Gainesville name.
Don's asking if you have Cody on the Fire Stick.
I do. I downloaded Kodi and loaded it up real. I got like 10,000 channels on there.
Yeah.
I was watching the U.S. Open yesterday or last night.
Oh, I don't even watch that. That's like right here. I went to one years ago, a live match. It was good.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big tennis guy. The Yankees, though, because I was thinking about it, right? Yankee games are normally played at 7 o'clock New York time. So that would be 7 a.m. in the morning. I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, I get the live game, Actually, I get every baseball team's live game. Every one of them.
Everyone. We got MLB package?
So if I want
on that Fire Stick?
No. I Fire Sticked it.
Happy Philippines. BT is asking you if should he open up a bank account. Do you live there?
Where?
He's in the Philippines. Yeah, he's in the Philippines now.
I heard different vloggers say different things about that. Me, I think if I was living there long term, I probably would. I wouldn't throw all my money in there, but I'd keep, like an emergency backup over there.
Well, that's what I do. I got BDO and I've got BPI. I got an account in each one of those banks, and I keep a few thousand in each one of them. So, if I need some money, I can just go get it.
No,
JP is fired.
Okay, come on, Mark. Then, Mark, you waiting to get to another live stream or something? What do you got to do? Deval Don's asking, did I miss his JG retired? Don, I'm not going to go through the whole long story, but I was terminated this week, Thursday at 2 p.m. So that's what my title was kind of about. I am tired. I have been fired. And, I'm either unemployed or retired. So I'm going with retired right now. Yeah,
I was telling
if I had decided,
Happy Philippines.
I was just going to say that if I had decided
Happy
that,
Philippines
I was going to retire, if I decided that I was going to really retire in the Philippines, then I probably would do an SRRV, maybe buy like a condo, a cheap condo in Manila or something like that as a home base. So then I have the SRRV. I won't have to worry about the immigration. Hola, Hapsters. Unemployed. Well, I was terminated, so I'm calling it retired at the company's request. Like, hey, get out of here. Okie dokie.
Call it the pink slip shuffle.
So you can collect unemployment. They made me a small severance package that I didn't officially read it yet, but I will. I'll see. It's more money than unemployment would be, and I think if I take one, I don't get the other. So it is what it is, Don.
The three amigos are up here, Mama H.
Yeah,
Beating the
that's
shit.
me, the hamsters.
I'm either in between jobs, retired,
Oh, stroke
or
out over here.
no strokes. No, my sister had one a couple of years back, a stroke, and she's mostly recovered, but she is wobbly. She is a little bit wobbly.
I'm a little bit weak. I'm not. I guess I get a little wobbly every now and then, but mainly I can't see out of my left eye.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you something. When you lose your sight, man, that's
Oh,
some
that's
weird
scary
stuff
shit.
right there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
It makes you wobbly.
that's yeah, no, that would scare the shit out of me if I couldn't see.
Me too.
He said,
Yeah.
"I just well, it's better than being paralyzed."
Oh yeah, for sure. If you had to pick, but I mean, it's like, do you want to drown or you want to be burned? It's not good options. Unemployment is only 6 months. Yeah, in New York City, it's only 6 months, but the severance that they're offering me is, more money than the unemployment would be, because the maximum here in New York City is $500 a week. I'd probably get the maximum, so $2,000 a month unemployment, but they're giving me in 3 months more than that.
Well, that's good.
Okay.
You're getting a severance.
So yeah, I'm doing a lot better, you guys. I went to the neurosurgeon yesterday, and he said my brain swelling has went down, and the patch that was there before, the big white patch, I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but it's shrank too. So that means my bleeding's stopping, and it's almost
That's
stopped all
good.
the way. So
That's good.
the only
that's
thing
real
is
good.
like I was saying, the only thing is not seeing out of your eyes all of a sudden. It makes you kind of off balance.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I'm lucky I wasn't paralyzed on my whole right side. It was a big mass. He said I was really lucky because when he sees masses like that, usually you got paralysis.
Lorna,
Anyway,
I'm glad to
doing a
hear
lot
you.
better, and I'm going to get
no,
better.
that's good, BT. No, and keep, did they put you on any kind of regimen, either physical therapy or some kind of, special diet or anything?
Yeah, all my diet's changed, and also I don't drink anymore. And
Yeah. I was talking.
what else?
Well,
He's got
think
me on the brain pills, what they call brain pills, I guess. Brain
I'm sure there's
medicine.
I'm sure there's a more scientific word for it, but yeah. Lorna was asking why are you being terminated. Lorna, it's a long explanation. I did talk about it earlier.
And the banks, I got BDO and BPI. They're Happy Philippines, and I haven't had any trouble out of either one of them. So take your pick.
Yeah, Mark's making a point.
They also got China Bank here. I hear it.
I wouldn't use China. I'd use those two that you mentioned, BDI and BDO, BPO.
Yeah.
At least you live in New York where everything is free now. You could just walk into the store and walk right back out of the store with what you need. That's not far from the truth. In New York, they have a law where they don't really prosecute you for shoplifting up to like $1,000. That's why all the retail shops are closing up.
Shoot you in the back and they'll shoot you and leave now.
No,
next year they'll shoot you in the back.
New York, they practice what's called the catch and release. They take you to you got $800 worth of stuff. They catch you, they'll take the stuff, and then they let you out. No repercussions. That's why retail Targets are moving out. Dwayne Reed's and all the retail stores are closing because they're losing money hand over fist.
Yeah, BDO is a good choice because they're in every mall, on most malls, and they usually got a big branch there. And yeah, I've been to the ophthalmologist, and he's been giving me medicine for my eye too. And he ain't promising nothing. No, we just have to see on the eye.
Yeah.
Maybe he said maybe my exercising and taking the medicines he's given me will bring it back to normal.
Yeah, I
But
think
it may take a few months.
Mark, you may be missing the point. You know, 2,000 a month for 6 months is 12,000. The company's offering me more than that, but they'll pay it over just 3 months as opposed to the 6 months. What would you do? I'd rather take the more money personally. Losing my
I'd
hearing,
say it
but I'm
depends on
almost
that
sure.
insurance. If I was you, I'd look at that too.
Yeah, well, that's going to be perhaps
So
the deal
you're gonna pay
breaker.
my insurance for 3 months too, right? You know.
Yeah, I got to look and see what it says. $2,000 is a lot in the fill in a month. Yeah, it is. It's you could have. I think I could pull it off and live the lifestyle I want. Which, like I said, the place has to have a gym and a pool.
See you later, Bill.
Take care, Bill. Thanks for stopping by, man. Good to see you. You have your eyes checked out, PT?
Yeah, so I've been to the ophthalmologist, and he's got put me on a regimen of drugs too that are supposed to. And he said if I'm lucky, in a few months I'll be able to see again, but who knows? He can't guarantee it. There's no surgery that can correct it either.
No, they would never guarantee it, even if it's more than likely. You know, if you follow what they're doing, what they want you to do.
Well, I'm going to try it. You know, if it works, it works. Maybe I'll wake up one morning and not miraculously I can see. It'd be great.
Yeah, you can, Lorna. You can open a bank account as a foreigner. I think you need an ACR card and some form of address and stuff like that. Like from all the vloggers that I ever watched, they'll say, you know, depends which bank you walk into at any given time. So sometimes they'll open it up nice and easy. Sometimes they tell you, no, you need this, that, and the other thing. New York and Cali,
Yeah,
crazy.
usually you need an ACR card.
Yeah,
I did. I had to, but I had one. I got the 13A visa.
yeah, right. Married to Betty. I would do an SRV myself. Like I said, maybe buy a cheap condo in Manila.
Yeah, use your deposit for your condo.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You can do that.
Yep.
Just put the deposit in and then use it to buy your condo, and then there you go.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And then even though I plan on doing a lot of traveling, I can rent it as an Airbnb if I know I'm going to be away for a month or two. You know.
You can have the condominium manage it for you that way. You know.
Yeah.
You don't even have to deal with it. You know, pay them a certain amount, and they'll keep it clean and ready for the next personnel, whatever is going to come in.
Yeah, they get the management fee. Oh, that would be good. Because it would be just sitting there empty with nothing coming in. So if I can get something, it's fine.
And you're going to keep your house in New York anyway, right? So you're not.
I'm never selling this.
Yeah, so you're always going to have a place to go.
Yep. That's the way I want it. Good things none of us are traveling this week. Crazy what happened out there with the airlines and the airport. Yeah, Microsoft, a CrowdStrike program, shut down computers all over the world, grounding flights and doing all kind of crazy shit. I would like to see the biggest mall in Manila. I would believe that's Mall of Asia. That place, I mean, you can go exploring in Mall of Asia for a week. I mean, really, see the whole thing. It's just too freaking big, man.
Wow.
You can.
That's a big mall.
You can't get around that place in one day.
No, it's not. It's not physically possible. That's what I'm saying. It's really too big.
It's like 50,000 steps, maybe.
Bruce, you didn't hear about like the big computer crash? I think it was yesterday or the day before. It affected like everything: banking systems, airline systems.
I haven't caught the news.
Yeah.
Not since that happened, anyway.
Cyber attack. Yeah, that was one of the things that happened to the company I was working for. Right, they started the the thing. It was up and running for a year. We had very bare bones stuff that was available for us. And then they had a vendor who would program the equipment that we would sell, and put the credit card machines, put all the information in the credit card machine.
Right.
They got what the hell is it? Cyber ransomed.
Oh my God.
So they couldn't access, they couldn't do it. And we were basically not out of work. I mean, they still paid us and we were acting like we were working, but we couldn't sign a deal for like almost 2 months because the vendor that they hired to do that stuff had a cyber ransom and they weren't going to pay it. So they had to figure out a whole new workaround. And it took almost 2 months for them to do it.
Good grief.
Hackers coming back in September.
Vietnam.
Good to see you again.
I vote Manila, Lorna. I want to meet Manila. Manila gets so shitted on, but I understand. If you're from the country in the U.S., you're probably not going to like it. But I friggin' live in New York City, and that's pretty close. Especially, I was thinking I'd rent a place in either BGC or Makati.
And you can rent a place on Clark up there too that are nice. There's some nice places in there.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with the neighbor. Well, I guess it's just one neighborhood, Clark. But what I like about Manila that kind of reminds me of New York City is that number one, it's huge. Number two, it has neighborhoods, and the neighborhoods have different flavors. And like here in Brooklyn, like I could go a couple miles and I could be in like freaking Chinatown. I could go and be in hell if I drive to Queens, I could be in what they call Little Manila here in New York. It's not that I do it every time or often, but I just like the availability. It's there if I want it. I like that.
Yeah, that Manila does have a lot of flavors.
I think I seen a Nathan's in Manila. I think it was in Makati.
On the bay side of the mall we was talking about, what do you call it? The mall, what is that mall he was talking about a while ago?
Mall of Asia?
Anyway, yeah. On the bay side, the ocean side of that mall are like 1,000 places to eat there, man, that are all Western.
Oh, yeah.
They've got
100%.
They've got everything there. Everything you can think of. I think they had a Waffle House in that place over there.
I think they might have, but yeah, no, you have access to all your Western food right there.
Right there. And I go down there every 3 or 4 months anyway, because I got to go to the VA hospital or clinic there.
Yeah. That's another thing, you talk about health and anything. If I was going to have some kind of emergency in the Philippines, goddamn, I want to be in Manila or BGC or something like Makati.
Well, yeah, you got the best hospitals right there. For sure.
What is it, St. Luke's?
St. Luke's is right there. What is it, Makati?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, right, the big one. But yeah, they got a lot of good hospitals down there. But if you're not used to city driving, you won't like it.
The thing is that like the times that I visit the Philippines, I never really had a strong desire to drive. I just basically I took a few trikes, but mostly I was using Grab.
I don't much have a strong desire to drive either, but I have to. But right now I can't. You know what I've been doing? I've been hiring my wife's cousin to drive me around.
Right. Yeah, and it works out for both of you. You don't have the stress of the driving, and he makes a few bucks.
Yeah. I still, I still have to pay gas and all that stuff for it, but it's worth it to have somebody drive me where I want to go, like the golf course or something.
Definitely not Hapsters.
Next week, I'm going to try to get back into the golf course. Even though I can't see on my left eye, I might be able to focus with my right.
Take it nice and slow. Do
Yeah.
you know? Do what your body will let you. Don't push it. Not yet.
I'm gonna try to go back. Well, it depends on. We're about to have some monsoons here. About to have some heavy rain.
I didn't know, Lorna. You own a condo there, or just with the condo that you stayed in? Hey, Cheetars, welcome to the program.
Cheetars and
yeah, people were asking about you, Chi. Where's Cheetars? Although I don't know. I think DeVal.
yeah, my Honda's still in my name. I didn't give it to nobody.
Yeah, well, that I don't see.
Drive it.
Yeah,
Can't drive it
like
safely.
I don't see a big need to. I don't think I would need to buy a car anywhere. If I moved any country, I don't think I would want to drive. I'm looking for where I can live in a city where it's largely walkable. Yeah, unless I'm traveling. But if I'm not, I'm just living normal, retired life, then I would like most of the stuff I need to be right in a walking distance. And being that, I'm doing 10, 15,000 steps a day, I should be able to do that. Oh, you have a timeshare.
That's for sure. There's plenty of room to walk around in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you have a timeshare. Okay. Very nice. I'm here. I'm jumping upside down, host. Are you really? Be careful with that.
Betty's gone to the market and to get my blood results from my doctor tomorrow. I've been going to the doctor so much I feel like a pincushion.
Yeah. Well, you're going through some trials and tribulations right now, BT, but you'll get through them.
Actually, tomorrow will be the last one till late September. So I get a month reprieve here for try to get better.
So Betty's going to pick up your results. Did they go over, in detail with her, and then she'll tell you?
Yeah. We go to the HTC, the clinic here, and they pulled my blood work yesterday, and today it'll be coming back from the lab in San Fernando, the capital of Pampanga is San Fernando. So they ship it up there, and then they ship it back the next day. And so she'll go get it, and that's got I did everything yesterday. Everything you can think of, they did check for, from cholesterol to what you call that, A1C,
A1C.
A1C. Yeah, A1C and all that stuff. They did it all. Urinalysis, everything. But I just did that 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, and of course, in the hospital they did it every 3 or 4 hours, pull your blood. Seems like.
Well, of course, they have to monitor you.
Anyway, so yeah, I got to go to my regular doctor tomorrow and see if my A1C is okay. It was a little high last time, and my cholesterol was a little high.
Everyone see my glasses?
I'm on the other page.
These are my new glasses. Get glasses, Alice. Get glasses, they said. They're gold. They're real gold. Plated. Oh, the problem with the glasses for me, though, is I can't read comments with it. My grandmother had a timeshare. She passed away. My sister got it for me. I just thank God it was not me that ended up with it. Yeah, people don't realize that those things get passed down, and then and the older they get, the more HOA you have to pay.
Yep.
Get that.
I had one time.
I'll have to go look, Lorna.
All of them too.
I'm curious about that. BGC, huh? Well, I've been watching more BGC videos because I feel like that's more of a place for me. Although then I seen like the neighborhood down the road, which I think was called Eastwood, and it was like all little like, you know, hippie stores and stuff like that. Nice. Looking to live in the middle of a province and start a farm. Not my thing. Even though I am growing flowers now. Bruce, you're talking my ear off.
Yep. Well, I'm just sitting there mostly listening.
You're learning.
Yeah, learning. Listening and learning.
I don't drink Coca-Cola anymore.
Soda's very bad for us.
I don't drink it anymore.
It's good. I mostly don't drink it anymore, but I do cheat once in a while and buy, you know, like a 20-ounce bottle of Diet Coke.
Every once in a while, I'll pick up a Pepsi Zero.
Yeah, the Zero, the Zeros, the Diet Cokes, they're all bad for us. If it's soda, it's bad.
That's why I say I just get one every once in a while, not very often.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Bruce. And my take on it is I have to live, you know?
Yeah.
You just have to do it, you know, very infrequently.
It's like I quit drinking, but I still want to have a beer, like, you know, once a month or something like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, well, when I started the live, I talked about that, you know, like I greatly reduced alcohol intake. Yeah, I mean, I think after this stream, though, I might have one, but like one.
Are we stressing you out, man?
No. It's, you know what it is? It's almost more like, you know, it's Saturday night, you know, 10:30, trying to relax and unwind, you know, and that's always been my go-to.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, like even if I tried it like a month ago, like I said, I don't know, whatever the hell the reason was, I said, oh, I'm going to get drunk. And I ended up having two 12-ounce beers.
Yeah.
And that was it. I was done.
You didn't get a buzz at all.
No, I did. I did, because if you don't drink regularly or very often, 2 beers will get you drunk.
Yeah, that's what I was saying the other day. I had a 6-pack of Heineken in my little refrigerator here, and I drank 2 beers out of it like 3 days ago, I think it was, and that's all it took.
Right. Yeah.
I was already, because I hadn't drank in a month before that. I tell you what, the problem with me is this, and here in the Philippines, period, there's always a party going on somewhere.
Yeah.
And there's always a party in your family, you know, your immediate family going on every weekend for somebody's having a birthday or anniversary or something.
Siesta
next week. If I go to her uncle's house, which is next door to her mother's house, the Red Horse is on in the cooler on ice, and you know it's kind of hard to not drink one.
Yeah, you get peer pressured into it.
Well, yeah, because every one of them's going to be here. Well, you know how they open their beers, right?
You know, I don't know how Filipinos.
They either use the end of a knife, you know, the butt end, and they pop the top, or they use another Red Horse and they pop the top.
Yeah, Filipinos can open up a beer with some pretty unique ways, from what I've seen.
They don't use bottle openers, man. They use a pocket knife or they use another Red Horse top to take the top off.
Oh, Don's eating gummies, man. Good for you, Don.
They use their teeth.
Yeah, that's what I want. I wish I had some of them. That would be nice.
I think I do have some gummies.
I can't get them here.
Let's stay away from that.
Yeah.
A gummy's the way to go.
I don't know. The old-fashioned way is pretty good for me.
I like them
Little
gummies, man.
I think I got gummies. Let me see.
Used to have a president of my motorcycle club. He would fly out to see his grandkids in Colorado, and then when he come home, he'd have a big old package of gummy bears from out in Colorado mountain.
So you know what
Bring me the
happened
gummy.
when I bought some stuff from my friend. You know, toot toot. He gave me these. I haven't even opened it. I think I had this for 2 months. You know.
What does it say?
Trolly. Peachy.
Roly. Oh my goodness.
Like a troll. Yeah.
Trolly.
So I don't know.
That's a good stuff.
I haven't opened it. Yeah, well, you know, it's completely legal here, so you can get some quality shit. Know the right people, BT, and you'll be able to get them.
Yeah.
It's everything, man. Knowing the right people.
I don't know who. I don't know any.
Yeah, you know something
Really
like I don't know. I would say not just in the Philippines, but anywhere that I went that it was, you know, not legal. I would be too afraid. I just would, you know, especially if you just get to a new cut.
That's what it is. I'm just too afraid. I don't want to go to jail for nothing like that.
Yeah, no. Yes, this is candy. This is a special candy.
She wants one.
I'll give you one.
No, you don't.
Those are popular here in Hawaii. Very sweet candies. Yeah, I don't know. You know what it is? Like when I bought what I was buying from the place, they just threw that in for free. I would have never thought to buy. The only edible I ever ate was in Amsterdam, and it was a chocolate bar. And it was like, you know what it was like? It was like Rice Krispie chocolate bar, but with special powers. Yeah, it's nice there.
I've never been to Amsterdam.
Yeah, it was fun. I went there as part of a bachelor party with my nephew and his friends, and I tell you, they were the oldest, youngest people I've ever hung out with. Like they were like the old, yeah, they were the oldest young people. I mean, they were like old farts, and I'm like, we're in Amsterdam, let's go. And they were just like, it's nothing. I'm like, all right, see you later. Red light district up there? I pretty much stayed in the red light district when I was there. Yeah. Legal weed, legal prostitution, and just like, you know, very laid back European country, man. Oh, they come in flavors. Oh, you've heard of that brand? Like I said, I don't really dabble with it. I hear it's good for rookies. These gummies were like $60.
I don't know, man. I ate a chocolate chip. I ate a chocolate chip cookie one time, and I had to lay down.
Well, from what I understand, like it's supposed to be a higher high than smoking it.
Yeah, it was for me. I couldn't even raise my head off the pillow for about 3 hours.
You see, but the thing is, but you know, I read the label on the chocolate that I was eating. You don't eat it like a chocolate bar, you know. You just eat a couple of, because it was in squares. Just eat a couple squares. Don't eat half the fucking chocolate bar. You'll be on the floor probably.
And so what I did is I ate the whole cookie.
Yeah, Amsterdam was a fun city. It was always a girls' weekend getaway when I lived in the UK. Oh wow, that's cool, Lorna.
That's cool.
I never got to go there.
You're not dead. You still could.
Well.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you could bring Betty, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. But hey, Bruce, are you gonna do a live stream?
Well, I hadn't planned on it, but I can.
I mean, it's up to you if you want to. I think I'm gonna get ready to end this.
Okay.
I didn't expect to be on this long, quite frankly. But I listen. I want to thank everybody. We got a large size of the gang together tonight. It was nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Good to see everybody.
That's one of the reasons I really did this was to take care, BT. He just punched out really. No, but that was part of the thing. I wanted to see, the old gang. I'm glad the people who made it. Thank you, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Bruce, I mean, if you want to do a live, do it. If you're not in the mood, don't do it. There's no pressure here.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll do one. I'm gonna wait just a little bit before I get started, though.
Lorna was going to, but she's out with the hubby tonight.
Hubby tonight. Okay.
I've gone too lazy to stream nowadays.
Yeah.
I've been lazy for a very long time.
I got lazy this week.
Well, Bruce, we are both retired now, so
I know.
we're on no one's schedule. I was just drinking coffee before I came on, which, look at the cup. Cebu.
Ah, cool.
That's my second favorite city.
All right.
But I'm gonna head out. If Bruce, if you decide to turn it on, I'll be there. If not, then have a good evening. Thanks for joining.
All right. Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks
everybody
for coming
take care. Good to see everybody. Yeah, that is a nice cup.
Nighty night, everybody. Take care, Bruce. Thanks for joining.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, bye. The big orange one.